Hi guys, how are you all today evening? Good evening. Before we talk about the various verses of Ashtavakra Gita, I would like to tell you the relationship between a patient and a doctor. A patient wants guidance from the doctor. Similarly, the student wants guidance from the teacher. Now, the doctor cannot cure a patient and a teacher cannot guide a student unless and until the patient or the student comes forth openly with his or her doubts, problems, pains, ailments, etc. Unless and until a patient is frank with the doctor and the student is frank with the teacher, the latter, that is, the doctor and the teacher, cannot cure or educate the student or the patient. Here, Raja Janaka is the student and Ashtavakra, despite his young age, is the teacher. So, Raja Janaka humbly asks Ashtavakra, what is self realization? What is spiritual nature? What is universe? How can liberation be achieved? How to stop this unending cycle of births and deaths? How to reach Brahman and then the super soul? So these are the doubts of Raja Janaka. Raja Janaka represents every curious spiritual living entity. Ashtavakra represents the spiritual teacher of all. So here these are the doubts of every spiritual boy or student or living entity. Before we proceed further, let me tell you that Ashtavakra is a confirmed non-dualist. According to a non-dualist, there is no super soul or mind-body complex. According to him, there is a substrata called self on which the whole structure of the mind-body complex is based. The activities and the confusion in the mind-body complex is seen by self, which is a mute spectator of all goings around in one living entity and in the collective living entities and hence the whole universe. This is what Ashtavakra is telling Janaka. You are a mind-body complex who should forget that it is your actual ego. You are not an ego of the mind-body complex, but your actual ego is the self. It is the self that is the originator of all. The collective mind-body complex rests on the self, which is the substrata or foundation for all mind-body complexes. The confusion is created by the mind-body complexes in this miserable material world. To come out of it, you must look back or look down or look inside to see the self within you. If you meditate on the self within you, your liberation process starts immediately. Forget this mind body complex and this material world because these two are the causes of all miseries. The activities, the frustrations, the failures, the successes, the confusion, the vindictiveness, the anger, sorrow, happiness, pleasure, all this arise because you identify with your mind body complex and act accordingly. The moment you stop doing that and begin to realize your true self, you pave the way to your Brahman. And when you realize that you are Brahman, then it paves the way to your reaching the Brahmic consciousness, the cosmic consciousness, and the super soul. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this preface of the talk between Ashtavakra and Raja Janaka. If you feel that what I am talking makes sense, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my future videos. Please pardon me for my mistakes, errors, and blunders in appearance, spelling, grammar, diction, etc. Because when I am talking to you on serious spiritual matters, I cannot concentrate on these frivolous things. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good evening from TSV Raghavan.